Hi everyone, this is Dr. Nitin Chhoda and welcome to this important episode of Ignition Time. Thank you so much for being a viewer. Thank you so much for being a subscriber. All I ask, if you learn something new from this video, is you gently tap that subscribe button and ignite the notification button. The name of our channel is Ignition Time. Become a subscriber so you can get important news and alerts from our channel going forward. I think the movements of the candidates leading up to the final days tell us where their focus lies and where they think the important states are. Here's an idea of the campaign schedule of President Trump's campaign schedule today. Today at 11 a.m. East Coast time, the president was in Michigan, in Washington, Michigan. At 2 p.m. East Coast time, the president was in Iowa. At 5:30 p.m. East Coast time, which is just in a few minutes from now, the president is campaigning in North Carolina. At 8:30 p.m. East Coast time, the president is campaigning in Georgia. And at 11:30 p.m. East Coast time, the president is campaigning in Florida. Now think about this for a second. Michigan, Iowa, North Carolina, Georgia, and Florida in one day. That's what the president is doing. The president is campaigning in Michigan, Iowa, North Carolina, Georgia, and Florida all in one day. In the meantime, Biden is focusing almost entirely on Pennsylvania. Former Vice President Joe Biden did conduct an event at 3 p.m. East Coast time in Philadelphia, and he's conducting another event in a few minutes at 5:15 p.m. East Coast time in Pennsylvania. So as you can see, former Vice President Joe Biden's campaign is laser focused on Pennsylvania, but the president is in Michigan, Iowa, North Carolina, Georgia, and Florida today. That's a whole lot of traveling in one day. That is a lot of traveling. And Kamala Harris, the running mate for former Vice President Joe Biden, is in Georgia and North Carolina. So this is pretty interesting. Again, we can tell where their priorities are based on where they're campaigning today, and it's clear where the priorities are for these different candidates. Speaking of priorities, former Vice President Joe Biden is set to campaign in Ohio tomorrow. And as you can see, the focus is for former Vice President Joe Biden is in Pennsylvania and Ohio. And, his running mate Kamala Harris is heading south. So former Vice President Joe Biden will make an appearance in Cleveland, Ohio tomorrow. This tells us that the states to look out for are Ohio and Pennsylvania as far as the Democrats are concerned. And Ohio has generally been an indicator of the overall election in past cycles. And President Trump actually won Ohio by more than 8 points in the 2016 race, despite losing the overall national popular vote. And this is interesting. The Ohio governor, Mike DeWine, who's a Republican, said on CNN's State of the Union that he expected President Trump to win the state of Ohio with strong support in the Ohio Valley and in rural counties. Now, I have done another video talking about, the state of the forgotten man and the forgotten woman in and around the Ohio Valley. So definitely check out that video so you get a sense of how the job growth went up in that region and then went down after the pandemic. And DeWine said, I quote, "I think the president's ground game has been a lot better than the Biden ground game, frankly." So that is extremely interesting. Just keep in mind that DeWine's predecessor, two-term Republican Governor John Kasich, has endorsed former Vice President Joe Biden, and he did speak at the Democratic National Convention. So that is pretty interesting. And Pennsylvania is going to be a battleground state. Ballots will be counted in a matter of days, according to the secretary. And here's a comment from Pennsylvania Secretary of Commonwealth, Kathy Bookwar. She expects a majority of the votes, the majority of the ballots in the state of Pennsylvania to be counted, I quote, within a matter of days after election day. So nearly 2.4 million individuals in Pennsylvania have already cast their votes. There are 10 times as many mail-in ballots in the 2020 year compared to 2016, which is just unbelievable. And this is what Bookwar said. She said elections have never been called election night, and she was referring to service members overseas who have until a week after election day to cast ballots in some states. And she said, I expect that the overwhelming majority of ballots in Pennsylvania, that's mail-in and absentee ballots, as well as in-person ballots, will be counted within a matter of days. And again, that is and here's another interesting thing. The Pittsburgh Post-Gazette has actually endorsed President Trump for re-election. The editorial board of the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, which is the largest newspaper in Western Pennsylvania, endorsed President Trump for president in the past 24 hours. And this is the first time since Richard Nixon in 1972 that they've endorsed a Republican for president. And the editorial board said, they talked about the economic performance of the United States and Pittsburgh region prior to the pandemic as a key reason to support the president. And they said, I quote, "We believe Mr. Trump, for all his faults, is the better choice this year. We respect and understand those who feel otherwise. We wish that we could be more enthusiastic, and we hope the president can become more dignified and statesmanlike." Yep, that's what they said. They said, we wish we could be more enthusiastic, and we hope the president can become more dignified and statesmanlike. Wow. And so that is a comment from the Pittsburgh Post Gazette. So that's where things stand, everybody. This gives us a sense of where the race stands right now, what the priorities are. As you can see, again, President Trump is very busy today and does have a busy schedule tomorrow as well. And former Vice President Joe Biden and Senator Kamala Harris are laser focused on a small handful of states. This gives us a sense of where things are right now and where things are likely to head. So let me know what you think in the comment section below. All the recent movements of the candidates for president, and if you're staying in one of the battleground states, how important your vote is, how important it is for you to go out there and make your voice heard. But let me know what you think of these completely different strategies and what I thought was a lukewarm endorsement from the Pittsburgh Post Gazette. It wasn't by any means a resounding vote of support for President Trump. It was pretty lukewarm, and I'm not the only one who said that. A lot of stations are reporting that. Let me know what you think about all of this information in the comment section below. I'll be providing you with important and relevant updates leading up to Election Day, and please go out there and make your voice heard. And I think that is something we should all do. It's very important, it's very important for us to make our voice heard. The Trump campaign is also, in the meantime, I just want to be clear, confident about Florida and North Carolina. Despite the polls showing that it's a very tight race, the president is projecting confidence about his chances in the battleground states of Florida and North Carolina, which are extremely important. And the re-election campaign for President Trump is less confident about Michigan and Wisconsin. This is according to NBC News. So, if President Trump wins in Florida and North Carolina, and former Vice President Joe Biden wins in Michigan and Wisconsin, President Trump would also have to pick up both Ohio and Pennsylvania. Okay, I just want to be clear. So, if former Vice President Joe Biden wins in Michigan and Wisconsin, and President Trump wins in Florida and North Carolina, President Trump will also have to pick up Ohio and Pennsylvania in order to have a shot at winning 270 votes. Ohio is neck and neck based on recent polls, and former Vice President Joe Biden leads in several polls that have been done in the state of Pennsylvania. That's where things stand, everybody. The President Trump is optimistic about winning Ohio, but it does see Pennsylvania as the most critical state in the whole contest, which, by the way, is why former Vice President Joe Biden is doing two events. Or I should say has done one event and is about to do another event at the time I'm recording this video. So let me know what you think in the comment section below. You'll find links in the description section below to all our resources. If you don't know anything about me, please check out my video. You'll learn more about who I am, what my journey has been like, and why you should listen to me. And also, please subscribe and enable notifications. Thank you so much. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next episode of Ignition Time. Take care. Bye.